Welcome to part 2. In this section, we're going to step into the world of data visualization using ChatGPT. I'll walk you through how to generate line charts, box plots, and bar plots, then show how to refine them by filtering dates, splitting by product category, and highlighting seasonal trends or outliers. Whether you're uncovering insights or preparing results to share, this section shows how effective data visualizations can be.
Let's generate some data visualizations to explore some patterns. Can you create a visualization of monthly sales over time? Also, show profit distribution by category. Can you also label the type of visualization you created? We'll run that. There we go, monthly sales over time. Looks like a line chart. On the x-axis, I can see the month and year. And on the y-axis, I can see the total amount of monthly sales. You could see some interesting peaks in sales here. Let's look at the description of this line chart. Shows total sales aggregated by month. In terms of some key patterns, there was an overall upward trend. And of course, noticeable seasonality with those recurring peaks that I noted. Let me take a look at my profit distribution by product category. Looks like a box plot. On the x-axis, we have the specific product categories. And on the y-axis, we have the spread and outliers in profit for each category. Let's take a look at the description of the box plot. Shows the distribution of profit per order line for the product categories. And here are some key patterns to notice. Let me go back up here to my monthly sales over time. I want to see this delineated by product category. For monthly sales over time, can you delineate by product category? Also, the visualization is a bit narrow. Let's make it wider. Can you make the visualization wider? There we go. Very nice. Now I can see monthly sales over time separated by product category. You can see my legend in the upper left-hand corner. I'd like to also filter by date. I only want to see 1 year of data. Can you show from July 2016 to July 2017? There we go. Very nice. 1 year of monthly sales data, separated by product category. Before we move on, I just want to check one thing. I want to know what Python library ChatGPT is using to create these visualizations. Are you using the Seaborn Python library? Whoops, spelled Seaborn wrong. That's okay. ChatGPT will forgive me. To create these visualizations? If not, can you? Seaborn is a pretty nice Python library for creating modern data visualizations. Looks like it's not using Seaborn. It's using Matplotlib. Looks like the execution environment in ChatGPT has a known compatibility issue, and there's some type of library version mismatch. Okay, this is all good to know. It does note that Matplotlib works reliably, so I guess we could stick with that. And it does provide the Python code for running Seaborn outside of ChatGPT, so that's helpful. Okay, we'll stick with Matplotlib for now. Related to running code outside of ChatGPT, it would be nice if I could download the generated data visualizations. Okay, thanks. Can you allow me to download the data visualizations? Great. Download monthly sales by product category, and I'll download profit distribution by category. These just become downloadable files on my computer. Let's create another visualization. Can you show return rate by category? And there's our visualization. Looks like a bar chart. You can see the return rate by product category. Each bar represents the proportion of returned orders in that category. Just for fun, I want to take a look at the code that ChatGPT generated to create this visualization. I'm going to click this link here, View Analysis. Here's the code. First, it loaded the orders and returns data by creating a new column and setting a flag to 1, merging the returns with the orders, and then updating that flag based on whether or not specific orders were returned. Then it computes the return rate by category, and then it creates the data visualization using PyPlot, which is a plotting module within the Matplotlib data visualization library. I can copy the code here if I wanted to. Let me close this. Let's take a look at the bar chart again. I want to dive into these product categories a little bit more, specifically technology. Let's take a look at the subcategories within technology. Can I see technology by subcategory? There we go. That's the bar chart showing the return rate for the product categories within technology. It looks pretty good, but I wish each bar was a different color. Let me prompt ChatGPT. Great. Can you color code the bar plot? There, that looks nice. Look at those colored bars. Let's see what else ChatGPT recommends. For optional polish, it can add percentage labels above each bar. That's a good idea. Yes, can you add percentage labels above each bar? Also, could you sanity check the numbers produced? Then provide link to download the visualization. Thanks again. There we go. Didn't show it to me. That's okay. I'm going to download it in a moment. Here are the final results with the return rate for each subcategory of technology. And then here's the sanity check for how it calculated the return rate for each subcategory. Let me download the data visualization. Let's take a look. That looks good. Now I want to visualize some of the sales data. Can you show total sales by region? There we go. Total sales by region. It's a bar chart. I want to color code this one as well. Can you color code the bars in a way that makes sense? Then provide downloadable link. There it is. Shows me the final numbers. Let me download the visualization. We'll take a look. Oh, that looks good. Total sales by region. I'm going to scroll back up here to the top of my data visualizations. Let me see if I can capture any general insights from our analysis or our data visualization so far. For the monthly sales over time by product category, the one for all months, any insights? Let's see what it comes up with. There are some key insights. This is interesting. There's strong, repeatable seasonality across all categories. I can see that with Q4 spikes, especially November to December. I wonder how we can note that in the data visualization. How can we note Q4 spikes in the visualization? Let's see if there's a technique we can use. Ah, yes. Shade Q4 periods. Adds a light shaded background behind the peaks. Let's try that. Sure. Let's add light shaded background. Can you show the updated visualization? This is cool. It added background shading behind the seasonal spikes. I want to download that version of the visualization. Great. Let's download. And we'll download that. Let's see, what else? Let's do some customer segmentation. Which customer segment is the most profitable? Okay, I see the profit for consumer, corporate, home office. Looks like consumer is the most profitable segment. Let's take a look at the code it used to generate those results. Looks like it merged orders with customers, and then it grouped by segment and profit, and then ordered them accordingly. That works. Just for fun, let's do a quick sanity check on the total profit for the consumer segment. Here's the amount here. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to calculate that. Can you calculate the total profit for the consumer customer segment? Just to make sure it wasn't hallucinating the first time when it calculated the customer segments. There we go. That does look like the same amount of total profit. Show me the code used to calculate. I see it merged orders with customers again, and then it filtered by the consumer segment and calculated the total profit. Here's another question to ask about our data. Which cities or states have the highest average order value? Okay, looks like line items were first collapsed to order level totals, and then this is how it computed the average order value, separately by city and state. And then this shows the top 10 cities with the highest average order value. Let's drill into these values a bit. Let's use this one example of Allentown for the average order value of $2,785. Let's see what this actually means. What does this mean? The average amount spent per order in Allentown is $9,785.
Oh, I see. That's exactly what it means. Okay, great. Let's take another example. How about Saginaw?
We're going to do a quick sanity check, make sure it's not hallucinating. We'll recalculate the average order value for Saginaw.
What is the average order value for Saginaw? Show me the code as well. Value looks the same. It was rounded earlier. And here's the code, so I can see how it's done. I can see how it groups by city and then calculates the average order value for Saginaw specifically. Great.
At this point, I want to see all of the code that's been used for the analysis so far.
Can you show all of the code for this analysis in a single block, then provide downloadable Python script and Jupyter Notebook file? Here's all of my code for my analysis in one block, in case I want to see it. And then here are the download links, script, Jupyter Notebook file, so I can have multiple formats. One last thing. Great, thanks. Can you create a report from the results? Here's my entire report. And yes, a one-page downloadable executive summary, please. Run that. Great.
And I'll download that report for later.